That would be
Yep.
like someone from the 1600s now getting leaped forward into now.
I don't think this is how gravity works.
I think we should stop talking about her. Oh,
Which essentially is papers, please.
I mean, unless he would have been sitting here anyway. I guess that's possible.
I think this scenario is fake news, but is it?
A sundiver. A comet that got caught in the gravitational pull of a star.
Wait, fake news? What does that mean?
I think asteroids from the interstellar medium getting stuck in a star's orbit, I think that's a real thing.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But I think the speed at which this is happening is so fast. It's a sundiver. It's like flying into the sun within minutes. I think there's no urgency here, right? This is like this could take years
I see
for
what you're
this
saying.
asteroid to get captured, right?
I see what you're saying. So I guess there's different scenarios. One is the star, in that case the sun, and like a truly unbound asteroid that's just doing whatever it wants. And then
Yep.
there's the next limiting case is like the perfectly circular orbit, in which case this asteroid's never going in towards the sun anyway, right? And then
Right.
you have, after that, you have varying degrees of ellipticity. So say here's the star right in the middle of the sun. You could have an orbit that's like zoop and like comes in and out, or like really far out and little like dives in and zips right out. I guess, does that count as a sundiver, or does it really need to be the scenario where the asteroid is going like into the star?
To me, so if it was interstellar asteroid and it got captured into an orbit, no matter how elliptical, that doesn't sound like a sundiver. That sounds like just a captured
an orbit.
asteroid. Then there's the ones that are hyperbolic, where it like comes in and then gets ejected. It's going too fast.
It's off somewhere, not
So
coming
it's-
back.
Yeah, its path got diverted by the star's gravity, but it's not captured. I don't think that's a sundiver. I think it's specifically an asteroid that gets caught in the star's gravity well, but somehow, because of the coincidences of the velocity vectors and stuff, ends up heading straight towards the star. That's got to be a sundiver, which
I think that's
I
good
guess
depth.
would happen every so often, maybe.
And so then the next thing you're saying is that this is unrealistic because if here's the sun, it's like on the scale of where an asteroid's coming in, the sun is not big. It's like it's super tiny because this asteroid's coming out from far away. So the fact that they're like, it's urgent, it's super happening right now, like no, like come on, you've had a long time to see this happening.
That's right. If it's like a sundiver, but it's at Neptune's orbit distance, it's like, well, we
Gotta panic.
we got years until it gets to the inner solar system, so we're fine. So somehow they found this sundiver right when it was like close to the star's surface.
What a
And they're like,
coincidence.
we found it. Like, what a coincidence. Yeah.
Or maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe it's a plot.
Maybe it is part of the plot, but they would be thinking this is a weird. How did we get to this situation? All of a sudden, there's an asteroid falling into the star. Like, we could have happened upon this phenomenon at any time when there was plenty of time. Somehow we have urgency. This is crazy.
What are you doing? Be chill. Just get there a little bit sooner.
Get there a little bit sooner. By a little bit sooner, we mean years.
You're sooner. Sure, you got plenty of time.
I think this shuttle bay position is ass. Look at this.
Okay.
Oh, danger.
Okay, wait. You said it's ass. Wait, clarify that.
Okay. First off, it's ass because it's literally in the ass position. If you were to put an anus on this ship, that's where it would go.
That's exactly right.
Also, it's a terrible position, as in ass meaning bad, because there's no way to exit without coming into contact with the engines.
Not coming. Yeah, right. I agree.
So they should put the shuttle bay on like the belly or something, where you can you can leave the Orville without getting close to the engines. If you hit an engine,
But counterpoint. If you have the shuttle bay from the bottom of the ship, that means you get access to the full 2 pi underneath the ship. But then to get to the second 2 pi above the ship, you got to like maneuver around the ship. So in some sense, this is a good part of the ship.
maybe they don't change the location of the shuttle bay, but they give it 2 doors instead of a door directly out the ass. You tear it a new asshole and give
Yep.
it an up and down.
Up and down. So that like you just stretch the door open from the bottom to the top. So a ship could either pull up or pull down.
That's right. So it goes up or it goes down. I guess it could go out
Yeah.
if there's an emergency.
But you said
Situation.
that it would run into an engine there, right?
Yeah.
You got a picture for that?
Well, yeah. If I think on the to the left here.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah. If you look at the position of the shuttle bay,
it's like
you can point it out right there. If you leave heading backwards, you're running into these engines. Like how
Running
you?
into an
There's
engine.
nothing you can do to get away from the engines.
Oh gosh, as soon as you leave the Orville, as soon as you leave the ship, you immediately time to maneuver.
Yep, time to maneuver.
There's no straight out option.
Yeah, you got to thread the needle between the engines. And if there's an emergency maneuver, you might hit the engines.
Gosh. And oh man. Okay, again, also looking at how the pilot moves around this.
Mm-hmm.
If you're sitting there, that's not a lot of bank. That's a lot of lateral force in your chair. I
true.
feel like a helicopter pilot, which I think shuttle pilots in space would be much more like helicopter pilots versus airplane pilots. I feel like the better move would be to pull up so that all the G forces are down into your seat, and then you do this sweep over maneuver, come up over the top. I think that's also the safest way. Avoid the engines.
Right. Then if you're going to do an up over the top maneuver or a down maneuver, then you might as well just move the door into that position so you don't have to do this crazy maneuver.
Like a 3-hatched section.
Yeah.
You just choose which way you want to come out.
I think so.
Choose your own adventure.
Also, does Orville have inertial dampeners? Like Star Trek?
I think so. Because people
So
are
I don't know-
walking around on the ship.
Yeah, so you don't necessarily going to feel inertial forces in the shuttlecraft if they've turned them on, right?
That's a good point. They may not care about that.
They may not care. I don't know how exactly that works, but yeah,
I'm interested in more Orville because then we can have more Orville lore.
I agree. I don't think this is how gravity works.
It's the gravity from the star. It's pulling us in.
What do you mean? The gravity works exactly like that. They pull them in.
Well, okay. The shuttle is escaping the gravity of the star, and then it kind of hits a wall. It's going, and then it stops very suddenly, like it hits some kind of wall, which is very odd, considering the size of the shuttle. Tiny.
Why is it odd? Maybe I don't have good intuition on this.
Right, so I made a picture.
Made a picture.
And
Very
what
cool.
I mean by tiny is the gravitational field changes extremely slowly over the distances the shuttle will travel. So
if we look at, can you slow it down? What is this picture? Walk me through it.
Yeah, okay. So the center yellow dot
Yep.
is the star. And the green arrows represent the gravitational field pulling any object nearby in towards the star. So
Okay,
near
so
the
it's
star,
always
go ahead.
inward, and near the star, super strong, long arrow.
Yep.
And as you get farther away, the arrows are smaller, indicating
Yep.
a weaker gravitation. Okay, I'm with you.
Exactly. So it's true. As you get closer to the star, it gets stronger. That could be in the gravity well. As you get farther away, the star's gravity is weaker. You're not pulled in
Yeah.
as much.
Yeah.
However, there's no wall here because if you
That's
look,
right.
there's I drew a little rectangle and lower to the
Here,
left
here,
of
here.
the star. Yeah, right
This
there.
right there. This little tiny box.
Right. And this little tiny box represents maybe the distance the shuttle has moved, which is actually, this is still enormous. It'd be much smaller. But it's tiny on the scale of the solar system, which means if we expand the box, like zoom in, we have an insert here, that across this box, which is just an area of space, gravitational field is pointing towards the center of the star, but it's kind of uniform the whole time.
Okay, so if you're on the ground floor in New York City and you go up to the Empire State Building, however many floors that is, you are up higher than the surface of the Earth down on the ground floor, but the difference in height is not significant. It's pretty much the same gravity everywhere. Don't worry about it.
That's right. So on Earth, if you go up to the top of a skyscraper, you don't feel lighter because you're farther away from the Earth.
Like in
Because the
principle you
difference in-
are, but like don't worry about it.
Invincible you are. So here, same idea. As the shuttle moves, it's not moving through enough distance to feel differences in the gravitational field. So it's essentially a uniform field. So where's this wall that it hits?
There is no
It
wall.
there is no wall. It's like has engine problems, right? Instead of if we watch that clip again, it's like it has engine problems. Here,
Bam!
It's the gravity from the star. It's pulling us in.
making stuff up.
Yeah, gosh. Okay, I see what you're saying. In fact, it should have been even easier as they go out because the gravitational force is getting weaker. So the fact that it's like sudden stop, it's like an engine failure. But then Malloy is like, oh, it's the gravitational well. Like, no, I think you didn't do maintenance on the shuttle.
On the shuttle, yeah. Like, what is going on? Yeah. So the other thing is everything is so urgent. And if we go to this next picture, it's like the crisis is happening within 11 seconds. 11 seconds until gravity capture. What are these time scales? Like orbits and movements of
What do you mean?
objects in the solar system are much longer than this.
I mean, 11 seconds in terms of life and death can be a lot. So why is it a tiny?
Well, I to the left here, I put a picture of our solar system.
Hell yeah.
And if the orbit of Mercury is 88 days. So,
Okay,
if
so
you're,
here's the sun, here's Mercury's orbit. Okay, that's fast.
yeah,
88 days.
the red is Mercury's orbit, and the yellow is the sun.
Okay.
And then if you zoom in a little bit, if you go to a tenth of Mercury's orbit,
10%. Okay, 10%
of
Mercury's orbit.
yeah, it's a 3-day orbit, 3 days around the sun.
Okay.
Then if you keep zooming in, if you're in an orbit, this crazy orbit skimming the sun's surface, each orbit is 85 minutes. So the fact that our timescale to emergency is 11 seconds, like how fast are we moving? Like how close to the sun are we? What is going on?
I see it. Yeah. It's like it's urgent in terms of human timescales, but in terms of like astronomical timescales, like what a scenario did you get yourself into?
I know.
You had days to prepare for this.
Days to prepare for this. Because if you're at Mercury's orbit and you're falling in, it takes days.
Takes days to get in here. Then
So
you're like in
somehow
the
we're
last 11 seconds, so like, oh, it's time to do something.
Yeah, we're like right there. We're like right on the surface. We're in. It's crazy. What a scenario!
If you're
this
right
is.
on the surface, that's the time to do something. You got to do something right now.
Right, and it says 11 seconds to gravity capture. I'm not even sure what that means. That must mean like impact with the surface. I'm not even sure.
I see what you're saying, because you could be out in the asteroid belt. And yeah, heck, I mean, Pluto's gravity captured. It's inside the gravitational well of the sun,
Yeah, that's right. It's stuck.
but Pluto's not running into the sun.
It's not running on the sun. What is gravity capture? That's an orbit, isn't it?
That's an orbit. That's an orbit, right? You're captured inside the gravitational well of the star.
Yeah, that's not dangerous. That's just.
It's just
an orbit.
life. It's just life, man.
So I think it must mean gravity capture here must means impact with the surface, which means this is a harrowing scenario. They're so close to the surface of this star.
I guess that means in the future this word means something different. So we should adopt the future definition right now,
That's right.
which is something.
So if I trip and fall, I didn't fall. It was gravity capture.
Gravity captured. Every time I slip and fall, just get all scientific about it.
That's right. It's gravity capture. So I wonder how long it takes the Orville to get places.
We have a Dysonium-powered quantum drive system capable of speeds exceeding 10 light years per hour.
10 light years per hour. That's fast. Holy, 10 light years per hour. That's super fast. That's impossible fast. Okay, science fiction. That's all right.
Okay, science fiction. Somehow
Okay.
works.
Okay, 10 light years per hour. So what do you mean how long it takes to get somewhere?
Well, we're talking about, I don't know. I actually don't know in Orville if it's a federation or not. But across this Orville federation, how long does it take to get from one side to the other? So here's the local stars around the sun. And this scale here's about 10 light years. So it looks like about an hour to get from the sun to, say, Wolf 359. So that's pretty convenient.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Okay.
But then the next picture is of the entire Milky Way. And if you want to get from one side of the Milky Way to the other, it's 417 days. 100,000 light years.
100,000 light years divided by 110 light years per hour. Yeah, okay, 417 days.
Yep.
Across the entire galaxy, not bad.
Very doable, but also kind of inconvenient.
Agreed.
So
it's a trip.
It'd be tough. That's a trip. Yeah. And then if you go to the next one, this is the local group of galaxies. The distance from the Milky Way to Andromeda Galaxy is 2.5 million light years, and that would take 28.5 years, which surprised me how short that is. 28.5 years? Not bad.
And for intergalactic distances to our nearest neighbor, like 28.5 years. Yeah, you leave when you're 18, you sign up for the, I don't know, Earth military or whatever. You arrive there when you're 46 or something like this.
Yeah.
Like still life left. Not bad.
Yeah, so it's not completely out of the realm of possibility for 28.5 years. It's definitely tough because you have to sacrifice your whole life for it. But it's not like a million years. Like, it's never going to happen. So,
that's right. It's doable within your lifespan. It's not like a multi-generational ship that we send out from our Earth and like we'll never see our families again. Like you can come back. You can come back. You'd be older for sure, but like you can come back.
Yeah. So 10 light years per second is fast, but I think when you're going from star to star, not a problem. When you're going galactic distances, starting to get problematic. And then if you're going between galaxies, you gotta sacrifice a whole life to do it.
Yeah.
So
Commit.
That's right. Commit. Yep. So cool speed.
Cool speed.
Captain Mercer looking for that poon.
As your first officer, I would advise you not to give her this kind of access to our systems until we can confirm her identity.
Yeah, he's trying to get that poon. Wait, what do you mean? What?
So Captain Mercer is giving this new guest on the ship unfettered access to like critical systems. Why? Why is he doing that?
She's the guest. She seems attractive and friendly and want to show her around.
I mean,
what's the problem with that?
If you have a guest in your house, they don't just
Yes.
get unfettered access to your house. You can't just start opening up drawers and going in your closet and whatever. Like, there's some limits. And if you're on like a military vessel, you don't give them access to your critical tech and your engine tech and your weapons. Why would you do that?
To be fair, they are not a military vessel. They are a science vessel with some self-defense components, with some engine components. Like, yeah.
But they do get into some scrapes. So they do need to be able to defend themselves, right?
Yeah, they have some self-defense weapons.
So if you send in an agent, an attractive agent, and convince the captain he may have a chance to get some,
Yeah.
and and using that, you could get access to their weapons, to their engines. You could sabotage. You could steal tech. This is terrible.
I mean, I guess that's true, but I mean, what are the other options? The other options that we do like background checks, and we check for her IDs, and we like check her. Show me your papers. Like, what is this, fascist? Like, no, this is like a science vessel. This is not some fascist dictatorship Orville society. Like this is a good future.
A military vessel. It's not a military vessel. It's not a military vessel, but it kind of is. You have to have fascist procedures, otherwise you're going to lose.
You're going to lose because some rando could come inside and like attack you? I mean, if you assume people are going to be bad, they're going to do bad things.
Right, so you need an ID badge to beep into the engine room.
Oh, shit.
Which essentially is papers, please, in an automated form.
Right. That's right.
Which is fascism, which I agree with in this case. Am I a fascist?
No, you're not. And I don't think my workplace is, because like I have to badge in when I go into certain rooms because okay.
Papers, please.
Work is going to be super weird tomorrow. Okay. But it's right though, because there are certain rooms where there's like safety reasons why you can't go in there unless you've been trained. And so they're not like, show me your paper. I guess I have to badge in. That is the same thing. But like, papers need to make sure that I know like what the hazards are in this room. So they need me to verify like this is this person, you've taken the training before, and it's okay for you to go in. Once you've got the safety training, you know how to handle yourself, then go ahead and do whatever you want. And I see what you're saying. Like even for Pria, like her own safety, if you get the safety training, yeah, you can go into the engine room. Like, go ahead, just don't touch anything, I guess.
God, there's tech though. Even if it's just an innocent person, don't touch anything. That's bad enough. But if you have saboteurs or tech stealers, that's terrible. You gotta ask for papers. You can't just be letting people wander the ship. That's
right. I guess you give them like a special play place where they can just hang out and do whatever they want. But it's nothing ship critical. Yeah, okay. Imagine someone coming in like, oh, I'm new to your ship. Can I hang out in your life support room? Like, no, you can't. No, you can't. No, absolutely not.
Yeah, I think on military vessels today, there's like guests and dignitaries and diplomats that visit all the time, and they probably have a zone where they're allowed to go. And
probably
the rest of the ship's off limits. What's that?
Probably also a minder. I mean, I don't know, but probably also like a minder, like someone that follows you around. Like, you need coffee or something. You need to like point you to the nearest restroom. Like, that's for their convenience, but also like make sure they don't go into secure places.
Agreed. Yeah. I think that might be the thing. But the only exception I can think of, if you're just going to let people on the ship, is if you're angling for that poon.
That poon.
Is this scientifically realistic? Can we make it work?
I believe we may have encountered a concentrated dark matter storm.
Is that a thing?
Adjust your weapons array to flood the area with neutralized axion particles.
Oh my god.
I don't know. What is that?
I don't know. This doesn't feel right. Also, like, density. They are surrounded.
Right, dark matter is this thing that you can't see. It doesn't interact with anything except weakly with gravity across huge distances, and it's like rocking the ship. What kind of dark matter is this?
It like snuck up. I guess it's possible that it could sneak up on you, because if it's hard to detect, it's hard to see, then suddenly there, like, you wouldn't have seen it.
But it's so hard to detect. It's like, if it snuck up on you, what's it going to do? Like, interact with you with a 1 in quadrillion chance. Like,
oh no, I think it's less than that.
It's way less than that. Yeah,
it's less than that, and weak. It's super weak. Like, barely interact. Like, it's only on gravitational magnitudes, like galaxy scales. They also said something about axioms.
What is an axion?
Dark matter axion. Axion dark matter.
Dark matter experiment. Okay.
ADMX redirection. The axion dark matter experiment is an experiment that uses resonant microwave cavity within a large superconducting magnet to search for cold dark matter axions in the local galactic dark matter halo. Unusual for a dark matter detector, it is not located deep underground. Oh, that is unusual. Sited at the Center for Experimental Nuclear Physics and Astrophysics, CENPA, at the University of Washington, ADMX is a large collaborative effort with researchers from... Okay, that's cool. The thing I wanted to know was axion. An axion is a hypothetical elementary particle originally theorized in 1978 by proposed to solve the strong charge parity problem in quantum chromodynamics.
It's still hypothetical. I thought it was real already. I really did.
I'm not a high energy physicist.
I'm not either. But I've definitely heard axions before. So I've heard it so much that I thought it was real, and it's not. At least unconfirmed.
Talking about it.
So what exactly is an axion? Click on it.
Let's go.
Like, what's its properties? What's its charge?
Mass? Period. If an axions exist, they have low mass with a specific range of interest as possible component of whole dark matter. A naught and a theta. Mass of 10 to the minus 7 to 1 electron volt per c squared. It's a baby. A proton is a GeV. So it's a millionth of a GeV, or a 10 to the minus
7 in those weird Planck units.
Relative to GeV, that's another 6, another 1 to the minus 13.
We're surprisingly high, honestly. It seems like a lot. Because it's supposed to be
chargeless, spinless. Oh my god.
Chargeless. It's undetectable. So,
but I guess that's right? Because if it had charge, it would interact with electromagnetic. It would do light stuff. If it had spin, it could do spin flips, I guess. And then there's energy dispersion from this, I guess.
So it has to
So,
have
yeah.
basically nothing but mass.
Nothing but mass. Yeah.
So basically, and I think what in Orville, they fire axions at the dark matter. So I think the axion has been discovered, and they can now emit them, but it is not what dark matter is. They use the axions to detect the dark matter.
Okay.
So it seems like axion detected, not dark matter. But dark matter is something else, but axions can be a dark matter detector.
I guess if axions are, oh my gosh, okay, or if axion is a type of dark matter, but they've figured out how to generate and control them, I think dark matter interacts with dark matter. Is that true? Probably, I guess.
I mean, through gravity, right?
But then why wouldn't you just?
Maybe there's a dark coupling.
Two darks make a light interaction.
Makes bubbles.
Yeah, right? Because we can see them.
I mean,
I
that
don't
must
know.
be. I don't know. Yeah. Given what we know about dark matter and how weakly it interacts, how weakly it must interact to be consistent with observations, dark matter bubbles that like rock the ship, it's just too much. I don't know if I can make this work.
Yeah.
Those
don't know.
axions, green.
Good. I don't know. Cool though, but
Cool. I don't know. Because what, a higher density than usual dark matter, you just kind of go straight through it. You wouldn't know.
right? Even if dark matter had, oh gosh, I don't know. It's so out of the realm of anything that I've interacted with because I've never interacted with dark matter. So I have no intuition. If you had dark matter that had higher density than, say, a star, would you even feel it? Because, like,
that's right. If there's a dark matter
probability
star,
with dark matter is so weak. Yeah. Send it.
and you go through the dark, you literally go through the dark matter star.
Okay.
How the interaction is so weak. Well, I mean, I guess there's gravity. You'd experience the gravity. It would be like a black hole where, like, you were like, I'm feeling gravity, but there's nothing here. That's dark matter.
I guess.
But I guess you could just go straight through it.
If
like
the
a
mass
weird-
of the dark matter particles are so small compared to even a proton, you might not even feel it, even if it has like solar density.
Right. You'd have, maybe you could sense it. Maybe you could
I don't
detect
know.
it. But I can't. I'm not seeing. I can't figure out if bubbles, axions. I don't know these interactions well enough to even try to BS some sort of something. No way.
And with an electric charge of 0, I think dark matter would just pass through you, right? Because it's the electric force that stops our fingers from pushing through each other.
I think something like that. Yeah. So it's like a neutrino,
I think, right?
where a
Mostly
neutrino
zips
just
through the
basically flies through everything and very, very rarely interacts with ordinary matter. So like they're going
electro-
through us right now. Just
Kind of whatever. Don't worry about it.
don't worry about it.
Okay. Sure.
Okay.
Sci-fi premise.
Sure.
I'm okay
Sci-fi
with that.
stuff.
I think this will work, fellas. Get on it.
I think it's time for you to tell us who the hell you really are.
I'm from the 29th century, about 400 years in your future. When your ship encountered that dark matter storm, you were all supposed to die.
Wait, so what do the fellas need to start doing?
Okay, I think this is a potential new Rizz Meta. You tell someone that you're like flirting with, you tell them that you're from the future and that whatever that dangerous situation was, like last week or a month before, like whatever whatever situation they just survived, like you were supposed to die back then. And so then they're totally free to like live their life, to do whatever they want. And that works because she hooks up with Captain Ed Mercer.
Okay, hold on. So you're saying is the line is you're at a bar and social interaction isn't going so well, but instead you're like, hey, you were supposed to have died. So anything goes from here on out.
Anything goes.
No consequences.
It's your
Is that what
life
you're
to
saying?
live. Yes, right. You no longer like you could have died. Like this is your wake up. Like this is your chance to like live your life. with me. I'm from
Wait,
the
it's not just
future.
you could have died. It's you should have died.
You were supposed to die, but by some act of fate, you didn't die. By some, I guess, inactive fate. Like fate didn't do its thing. You are now alive. Now make a new fate. Fate with me, you and me and you, fate together.
So are you're saying the boys
My boys.
out of the bar in today's world
Mm-hmm.
be like, I'm a time traveler from the future, baby.
Baby. But we have very strict laws about gambling. I'm not rich. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not rich. Because like she's gonna see your place. She's like, you know, you're not rich. Like, but I am from the future. I'm from the future, and I have knowledge that you specifically were gonna die. You're not dead. You're supposed to die. You're not dead. Supposed to be with me now. Right? I think it could work.
Somehow you got so much charisma that you're able
Yes.
to convince this person at the bar that you're a time traveler from the future, time cop Jean-Claude Van Damme style.
Time cop, Jean-Claude Van Damme style.
Okay. I mean, that would work.
Right.
If you could do the convincing.
Right. You're right. I think it would.
Okay, but what if you're in the future and time travel is plausible? Everybody's going to be running this line.
Okay, actually, but if time travel is possible, I think it wouldn't work. Because people are like, hey, that's not cool. Don't do that. Like we have
Right,
rules
it's
about
the,
this. We have laws about this. Don't do that.
There's also like the "did it hurt" line, you know, where you can't use it because it's overused.
That's right. So try
everybody's
this
running this
sparingly. Try to do this time travel stuff sometimes.
Sometimes.
Would you live in the future?
I travel back to a specific time and place in which a ship like yours was destroyed. I prevent the destruction. Then I take the ship into the future and I sell it.
What about the crews of those ships?
They're free to live out their lives as they see fit in the 29th century.
What do you mean, would you go to the future? Hell yeah. Need that new tech.
Okay, I guess. Okay. Technically, we're all going to in the future. What I'm saying is, if you were to be somehow teleported into the future, like leaped forward 400 years in this case scenario, 400 years leaping in the future, would that be a good life or a bad life? Would you be upset about losing your current life? Or would you just be like basking in the glory of all the future, I guess, current for them, like the modern technology gains?
So I think it depends. If you have a good life in the current time, friends, family, the whole thing, I think going would suck. But if you don't have a lot of connections in today's world, then think of the video games. Think of the gaming.
The gaming alone. Okay.
I mean,
Okay. That's right. You make new friends. You make new friends in the gaming. Imagine what those cultures are like, online cultures, the gaming in the future.
You're talking about like meeting new people online. I'm talking about just the gameplay, the graphics, I don't even know, like the Matrix spike where you can do anything you want.
That's right. You like actually learn kung fu, and then you play it like you do a kung fu simulator. You're like, I'm actually very good at this. Whereas now you got to go through years of training. Nobody got time for that.
So
you
in
do
summary, do it for the gaming.
Do it for the gaming. Here's another explanation of this. If you're thrown to the future, what would that world be like?
You were all going to die anyway. Now you have a second chance to live in a future full of wonders you can't even imagine.
Right? Imagine someone she's from 400 years in the future. That would be like someone from the 1600s now getting leaped forward into now. Right? So you go from like, you don't have cars. Everyone's like, do they have refrigeration back then? I don't think so.
I don't think so. They had like
then
pickling and jerkying, but that's it.
Right. So you could pickle stuff, you can jerk stuff, but now you don't have to jerk stuff by yourself. You can just go to the store and get already like pre-jerked meat. They didn't even have that back then, right? You have a refrigerator, you have air conditioning, you got cars, you got airplanes, you got internet.
Yep.
Like imagine that leap forward, but at the same time, you'd lose your entire life. Like you'd lose not only your interpersonal relationships, but like your role in society. Like you could have been a big old head old honcho, like top of whatever farm back then. But then now you're like relatively the village idiot, right? Like math exists now that didn't exist back then.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if math is the sign of somebody being up in the times, Like nobody's up in the times. Except
Okay,
for
wait.
a
Let
few people
me
in
change my
universities.
example. Okay, you could have been like encyclopedia man. Like I know all the knowledge, and then you get leap forward 400 years and they're going like we don't even talk about that anymore. Like that's so outdated.
Right. No, I think what you're saying is like with all the new tech, all the new societies and cultures, you're just going to be a fish out of water. Like you're not going to know how to navigate. How do I use a computer? How do I use a phone? How do I read? Like,
Right.
How do I fit in society?
Could people read back then?
It was not so common, I don't think.
I think it was like the wealthy people that only like read, right?
Yeah, the wealthy people. Yeah. So getting thrown into the future, it might be so disorienting you wouldn't know what to do. You end up as like a homeless guy on the street.
Okay, but counterpoint, if you had to like build your own house out of 1600s, did they have clay back then? I guess probably. And now we have like wood structures, like wood structure. Insulation, heck yeah.
Okay, I think you could. Okay, if you were the only person who came forward in time, the job you'd have is a source for historians.
Ooh, that's
they
right.
took you up in a university town.
They just
You're like, let's
interview
just
me
go-
all day. Like this is how we
Interview
did
me
this.
all
And
day.
I would just make shit up all the time.
Turns out I had 50 wives.
50 wives. That's how we did it back then. That's how I live now. Respect my
Oh, do you
culture.
only have,
Hook it
you
up.
only have one? I had 50.
Oh, you idiot. The life back then, we had 50 wives each.
50 wives.
Somehow women were born in the ratio of 50 to 1. That's just
50
how
to
it was.
1.
Genetics
That's how it was.
change.
What do
You totally diverted biology. Like they're like back in times, like our humans had 50 women for every man. Like, oh, the biology is different. Like totally derailed all of biology. Yeah, I mean, right?
And they're historians. They're just like, oh, this is a primary source. We need to publish that
Like,
paper.
he was there. Like we got to believe him.
He was there.
He was there.
Is there a primary source is like written word? If you're like talking to a dude from the time, that's like a zeroth source.
That's right, because he didn't even translate it into paper. Because when you read something written on paper, you're not listening to the person. You're listening to the paper.
Right.
So you get it directly from the person. That's got to be zero source.
Zeroth source, yeah.
Mathematically.
It's even better. Think of the papers.
Think of the
Unbelievable.
papers. Get famous.
I think this looks like a black hole, not a wormhole.
Okay. I mean, it's black in the middle. What's the difference?
So a black hole is like a collapsed star where gravity goes like insanity near the singularity. And you get this accretion disk with X-rays and craziness.
Yep.
I think it looks like this. And if you look to the left, this is from Interstellar. And I believe this rendition of a black hole is scientifically correct. They like made it actually, they used real simulations to do this.
Right.
And even though it looks like a ring, it's actually a 2D flat disk because of the warping. And so there's a central black area, that's the event horizon, and then an accretion disk around it. So this is what a black hole actually looks like. And then Orville calls this a wormhole, but it looks very similar to a black hole. Look at that. That looks like a black hole.
Yeah, I guess I don't see the stuff up there. I just see it directly instead of seeing like this like general relativity distortion stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have a black hole in the middle, and then rings of stuff that's falling into it. Seems fine, I guess, to me. I mean, I'm not like a black hole specialist.
Right. But this is supposed to be a wormhole. And I guess a black hole, because we don't really know where they go, it could be a gateway to another place.
No idea what happens inside a black hole.
Right. But the gravity is so extreme near the event horizon, I think that rips your ship apart. I think the theory of a wormhole is something entirely different. So if we go to the left, citing Interstellar again. Keep going.
Oh, further. Okay, yeah.
Further, yeah. This is a 2D rendition of a wormhole where space is still smooth. There's no crazy gravity or accretion disk. Just space is smoothly changing and doing a shortcut from one place to another.
So if this is a black hole, the crazy gravity would be represented by this depth going to infinity.
Yeah.
Like infinitely down. And so this doesn't go infinitely down. It goes down, but to like some finite value, like not infinitely, not destroy your ship. You just ride down the hole.
Right. Just ride down the hole and come out the other side. And I think so. In real life, if the wormholes did exist, they would be 3D holes in space. And Interstellar has a wormhole, and I think this is realistic for what it would look like outside the wormhole. It actually looks like this. It looks kind of like a ball.
That's right, because here we're taking something that's 3D, like real world.
Yep.
The real world is 3D, but we can't visualize this with our brains. Wait, no, we can visualize it, but we can't visualize the puncture from 3D into some other 3D space, which would inherently be 4D. Yep. So we draw a 2D picture and then draw the punch through space to make 3D, so that we can like understand the idea of it.
Yeah. So we have to say, like, reality, by analogy, there's a 3D hole, but we can't actually draw the picture.
What is it? Okay.
But if you're sitting in the 3D space and looking at the 3D hole, you would see the other side of the wormhole, which is what you're seeing here.
Okay, so that's like a ball here, but the ball, like on the surface, is colored by what's on the other side that you're seeing, which is some other part of the universe.
Yes. So this is the shortcut. And I think that's what it would look like. It's not some, I think theoretically, if it did exist, it would not be some crazy phenomenon with like accretion disks and crazy gravity. It would just look like this.
So it's just a hole.
Yeah.
Which this, like when we have black hole pictures of this like warp space-time, the curvature goes down, and so what we're saying is the space-time is curved because of the mass. And so that's why you get this, like, for a black hole, you get stuff getting pulled in. You get things that getting the gas particles like rub into each other as they get spiral in tighter, and they get hotter, and that's what this accretion disk is.
Yeah.
But if we have a wormhole that doesn't necessarily have to have that gravitational, like that sinkhole, which then cause particles like spiral in, get hot, then you could have a wormhole that doesn't have this accretion stuff. Like it doesn't have to have that super gravity. Like it could just be a hole that exists, and then you get teleported to a different space-time.
That's right.
You just get a dark hole with like a marble thing that's colored with wherever you're exiting.
And actually going through the hole is like, it would feel like traversing regular space, feel like regular movement. So it's like as you enter the hole, you don't actually feel anything. It's just like you move into the hole.
And then you exit.
Weird stuff.
Over there. Oh, I guess.
Over there, yeah.
Cool.
It's cool stuff. Interstellar has a lot of these cool visuals for these like simulations of theoretical ideas. Very cool.
Very cool. Good movie.
Yeah. But Orville, they just had some, the graphics department was like, just build something cool. And I think that's what they did.
Yeah, that looks cool.
That's cool.
It would be interesting to see like a high production Orville.
Yeah.
I think we should stop talking about her.
How many times have you done this?
When we get to my century, I'll introduce you to Amelia Earhart.
What do you mean we should stop talking about her? We never found her corpse.
We never found her body. Yeah. Okay. A little respect, Jack. Okay. So Pria Lefest is like, she's talking to these two women, and she's like, oh, look at the future. The future should be so cool. Come to the future with me. And when we get there, I'm going to show you Amelia Earhart, saying like she also stole Amelia Earhart, which is why we never found her body. But let's look at this. Let's think about it. So Kelly is human from Earth, but she's from 400 years in the future from now. Yep. Like no way is she still learning about Amelia Earhart in school. Right? 400 years ago.
I mean, you saying we don't learn about celebrity aviators today? In the future, they'll even learn about aviators, right? They're pioneers.
If we learned about celebrity aviators today, we're talking about like 1900 something, like earlier there. Like that's still within 100 years. I'm talking about 400 years later. Like, who are we learning about 400 years later? Like one or two people, like not much at all. So that's why Kelly, I think this is correctly written and correctly acted. That Kelly, she's like, who are you talking about? Amelia who? Like you're dangling some candy in front of me, but I have no idea who you're talking about. Okay, it gets worse. It gets worse because Alara is Zelayan. So she's so Pria Lefest is referencing some history that Alara has never learned about. Like, why would I learn about the aviators from 400 years ago from some other planet?
You're saying we're supposed to bury Amelia Earhart from the history books? That is terrible.
I mean, at least she'd be buried.
Ho. Actually,
Just call her a hoe.
wait.
Some respect.
Yeah, well, why isn't she buried right now? She's on the
Because
ocean.
we never found a body. Yeah.
That means
And also,
she's
no
floating in
way,
space.
no way she's in the ocean floor still.
Yeah.
Totally
So okay.
eaten
So
up
what
by
you're saying
animals.
is, Amelia Earhart is kind of an obscure figure. Yeah, she did some stuff, but
Yeah,
like, there's
did
a
some
lot of
stuff.
people that did some stuff in history.
Yeah.
If we're going to prioritize who we learn about, she's not going to make the cut, especially
Absolutely
400 years in the future. No way.
We got space travel at this stage. We're not talking about flight anymore. Also, what did Amelia Earhart do? She was the first female solo nonstop transatlantic flyer. Right?
Right.
That's a lot of qualifiers.
That's a lot of qualifiers. And I wonder would she be as famous as she is today if she hadn't had the mysterious crash?
I think not. Like that mystery ending that like
Yeah.
earworm into people's minds. Like that's an alluring. That's something you talk about. That's something you tell people at work.
That's right. It's kind of the mystery, seeing a celebrity of the time disappear. Like, where'd she go? What happened? Nobody knows. So they get speculating and start running stories. I think that's part of the reason she's so famous.
So if you do something that's impressive, absolutely, not saying she didn't do something impressive, but if you do something impressive, you can exit out to like a lore farm, like disappear, go live a quiet life somewhere, and then read the newspapers and be like, I'm so famous. People don't know that I'm living actually a pretty good life on this farm. But like people are gonna be talking about me for like hundreds of years, but not 400 years. No way, 400 years.
Right. I think her accomplishments are not great enough, and I think the mystery, the allure of that will diminish over time. No way they're learning about her.
I feel like in this stage of we've gotten out into space. They talk about first moon landing. They talk about first people into space, but like age of sail, probably not. Like outdated. No. Like first flight, maybe, probably not. Like the magnitudes of where humans have gotten. We're talking about space stuff now.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it might be like a quick chapter.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
couple paragraphs.
Age of Sail stuff, flying stuff. But like, we don't really learn about in our schools like the people on foot who discovered
We don't do
new
that.
mountains. Like,
Nope.
got satellites now. Who cares?
Moved on to other stuff.
Yeah. And then especially ridiculous, no way an alien is going to be learning about an obscure aviator from Earth history. They've got their own history.
That's right. Like transatlantic. Like what? I don't know the Earth's oceans. Like what?
Yeah, what the heck? Gosh, Amelia Earhart, so enduring. People know her till today.
How does this get fixed?
If the Orville continues to exist, who knows how it will affect the timeline?
You change those events, not us. And as far as how that affects your future time, I don't give a damn. As long as the wormhole exists, the quantum potentiality is open. But if we destroy it, we choose a path. There's no chance of us returning to your future, and the Orville goes on to live its life. Pria Levesque will have no reason to come back into our past.
And you and I will never have met. You'd still be that messed up guy who can't get over his ex-wife.
Okay, unnecessary.
Is that what you really want?
Yes. F you.
Mercer to bridge. Fire.
That's right.
What do you mean? He cleaned it up?
He cleaned
up
her
the
up. Boom, got her out of there. Okay, so my question is, what happens to this episode? So if she came from the future, she came to steal the Orville and bring it into the future, and the Orville is supposed to be destroyed. And then he says, if we destroy the wormhole, then there's no wormhole for you to come try to steal us. In which case, you never would have been here. So then did this episode not happen? Like, what happens to the ship? Did the ship log still exist, but everyone's memories are wiped?
Okay, so there was that TNG episode where they like encounter an anomaly, a bunch of stuff happens, and then they resolve it, and at the end they like click back to, they're like, what? I saw a little thing and nothing happens. So essentially, the episode did not occur,
Right. Like ship logs don't have it at all. Because like it's like I remember this. And they're like, oh, so I thought I saw some little blip on the radar. I guess not.
Yeah.
Okay, let's continue on. Like so, it didn't happen. Is that what happened here?
I don't see it. He's still sitting at his desk. He doesn't like flip back to the time before Levesque shows up.
I mean, unless he would have been sitting here anyway. I guess that's possible. Okay, but look at his eyes. Look at his eyes. Look at this little pinch there on the bottoms. Little pinch there. That looks like emotion still, but then fading. Right. Okay. So here it is. Play little pinch, and then scene fades out.
Okay, but he's okay.
And as you're saying, he's still there. So it was like the human experience is like something happened and then gone, but then he's sitting there, and so like all the room's still there. Does that mean the ship logs still see it?
So the ship logs and everything would have to disappear, because if there's no reset, then people can piece together what happened in some way, which is some sort of memory in the universe. So in that case, the events did happen.
Yeah, because it's in the ship logs. It must have happened, but everyone's memories are like it didn't happen.
Yeah. So if it's not a full reset, then that didn't do the job, right?
I think that's right. I think that's why this ending is cliffhanger. Actually, like what happened here?
Right. Because they don't reset like the Star Trek episode, he's just sitting at his desk. It feels like he has his memories and everything intact. He just made her disappear.
Right. Because otherwise he should have... Okay. Otherwise he should have gone back to the bridge or whatever.
Yeah.
Like exactly. They should have jumped back to wherever they were before they met
Exactly.
her. But he's still there. The time's still going forward.
Yep. So, I mean... So basically, he just killed her, and that was it.
Killed her? What do you mean? Like, he just diverted to a different timeline where she had no reason to come. That's not killed. She's just living somewhere else.
It is kind of killing. Because what is death? Death is you exist, and then at some point in time, your biological functions stop, and then you stop existing. That's exactly what happened to her.
Stop thinking. Or
the being in front of him was existing, and then the being disappeared from existence. That's death.
Ooh,
now
I see
we're
what
saying,
you're saying
she reset, and another person just like her is back in the future.
No, but it's not just like her. It's not just like her because the person that is physically like her didn't come here, didn't have these experiences, didn't have these memories. Like, what are you other than your experiences and your memories? Mm-hmm. But like this person is dying.
Right. Her timeline ceases right there. Which is death. That's death.
Which is death.
Right? It's got to be death.
That's death. But I feel good about it, but that's death. Oh my God.
That's death. He killed her. Indirectly, but he did it. And he's telling himself that it's actually she got teleported back and reset in the future.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not really true. That other person doesn't have no memory of it. That's a different entity. The reset entity.
That's right.
That's death.
And whoever this is, whatever this is, didn't had those experiences, and then they were deleted from existence, which is death.
And if he shoots the wormhole, she disappears, but everything else stays the same. His memories, the logs, the whole thing. Then he destroyed a wormhole and killed a person, and everything else in the universe is the same.
Death.
And
he killed a wormhole? That's a big deal.
Big deal.
Yeah, you could have a wormhole to the future. Heck yeah. Think about what you could do. Run out of oil in the future, bring it from the past.
Think of the tactical advantage that the Alliance, I don't know what the Federation here, could get by bringing tech from the future, dominating the galaxy.
Or okay, even better, if you're having problems in the future, you go back to the past, just destroy an entire planet. Boom, done.
Boom.
No problems in the future.
Not a problem.
Okay, so actually he should be court-martialed for destroying that tactical advantage. Actually, maybe. Actually, maybe.
A little bit.
Yeah, right. The spooks in the Federation or whatever their group is called would like love that wormhole.
Yeah, Section 37 here. They upset.
37.5. Cool. That's it.
Cool. I think that's it.
See you next time.